you can just click on log on and it will open the FIORI Launchpad. So similar to in the old GUI, we call it as the home page. When you enter your user ID and password, it opens the home page, which is also called as SAP Easy Access. Similarly, if I click on log on here, you can see this is the way how SAP FIORI looks like. Okay, so if I want to do any transaction, for example, if I want to post an accounting entry, okay, you can see post journal entries. If I want to create a sales order, if I want to create a purchase order, only thing is this is role based. This SAP FIORI screen is completely role based. What do you mean by role based? So if I don't have the access to the particular application, for example, if I'm an accountant, I should not be able to create a sales order. So I'll not be able to see any sales order related application here. It is only showing me all the applications related to finance. Okay. But if I assign my user ID the role which is related to sales, or if I assign my user ID the role which is related to purchasing, then I'll be also able to see the purchasing related and sales related applications here. Let me see if I'm able to see anything related to purchase and sales. So sales configuration is there, but let's come down. See, as of now, it is not showing me anything related to sales and purchase, only configurations, but it is not end user wise. It is not showing me create purchase order, create sales order. All those things are not visible. What is the reason? The reason is I don't have those SAP roles assigned to my user ID. Okay, so based on the user, currently I logged in with my user ID Vikram. Now Vikram may be the accountant, and it is not necessary that Vikram will be having all the access. As a business user, you are not supposed to have all the access. You will be only getting the access of those applications for which you are responsible. Okay, so how will I assign the related roles? Normally, if you are working in a company,
and we can't see the technical names as well, Vikram, no?
You will not be able to see the technical names also. Technical names will not work in FIORI.
Oh, okay.
In FIORI, there is no concept of technical names. You have to use the styles.
So the people who are using cloud-based system, how they will go to SPRO?
Okay, good question. If you remember, I told you what is the restriction with cloud? How
you can't
cloud
do
is
much configuration.
You cannot modify anything. You just have to use whatever SAP provided.
right. So if you are using cloud, most of the settings you have to follow whatever is provided by SAP. So that is the reason SPRO access is not given to you at all in case of cloud. Okay, but still there can be some small changes that you want to make. Even if SPRO is not available, if you want to make some small changes, for that you don't need to go to SAP. For that reason itself, SAP has provided some configurations, like you can see the sales configuration, you can see the purchasing configuration. So some of the configurations are provided in cloud also using FIORI, but 100% for sure, no SPRO access in case of cloud. Clear, Deepak?
Yes, Vikram, thanks.
Yeah, SPRO access will not be provided at all if you are using cloud. SPRO is only available for on-premise. So my recommendation would be, Deepak, don't get confused with cloud at this stage, because just understand, see, irrespective of whether it is on-premise or cloud, functionalities are same, standard functionalities are same. So whatever we will be doing in FICO, whatever we will be doing in MM, whatever we will be doing in SD, ultimately everything has to be configured and it has to be used using the transaction codes or maybe using the SAP FIORI screens. So the first thing is we need to understand the end-to-end business processes. Irrespective, this end-to-end business processes will work on-premise also and it will work on cloud also. The only difference would be that whenever you are working on the cloud, you have many restrictions. You cannot change the system as per your requirement. You cannot take a control of the system. But otherwise, functionality wise, everything will remain same. Even these applications which I'm showing you on Fiori, those also 99% of the applications are same. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the question is, as I told you, currently it seems that all my applications which are appearing, those are only related to finance. So what happens is you need to provide the role to the user IDs. This is normally done by your basis team. So again, if you are part of the project, you will not be getting the access to this transaction called as SU01. Transaction code SU01 is a transaction where you need to assign the roles to your user ID, which is normally done by your basis and security team. So this is my user ID. I will click on the change mode, and you can see this is where the roles are assigned to me. Okay, you can see currently all the roles related to cash manager, cash specialist, GL account, maybe AP, AR, those roles are provided to me, and that is the reason I am able to see all the accounting related transactions. But let's assume if I remove these roles, if I remove this GL account uh, up to this, okay, let's delete this, which means now even I am not allowed to access anything related to finance. Now, if I go to my Fiori Launchpad and if I try to refresh it, it will only show me some technical apps, but it will not show me anything related to general ledger accounting and cash manager. You can see it has been reduced a lot. If you see this, you can see all the consultant related roles, report designer, KPI. There is no GL, there is no cash manager. All those activities are gone. Okay, so even if you there are a lot of things still I'm able to see. This is because I am assigned with this technical roles. So even if I want to delete these technical roles, even if I want to delete all these technical roles, I can just delete it and save it. So again, if I go and do the refresh, it will only show me very few apps which are related to the two roles which are still assigned to my ID. Okay, so if you see here, you can still see there are a lot of things. The reason is these two roles are a lot of things within it. So just for the sake of understanding, I will even delete these two roles which are assigned to me. You will be able to see that my Fiori Launchpad has completely become zero. Nothing is available in my Fiori Launchpad. System today, I don't know why it is getting disconnected for a few seconds again. Let's wait. Okay, so if I go to roles, okay, Raj has asked a question. Normally in SAP, we have a concept of SAP all, which means if I want to provide all the roles which are available to any particular user, okay, in ECC it was possible. If you see these profiles, this is where we assign SAP all access to a particular user. But just to answer your question, Raj, this SAP all is only related to old GUI. So even if you provide SAP all access to the user, from Fiori point of view, it will not work. From Fiori point of view, only these roles which are entered here, those will work. Raj, you got your answer? Okay. Okay, so now if I do refresh, you can see everything is gone because I deleted all the roles which were assigned to my user ID. Okay, everything is gone. See, there is no button also here. These are just my favorites which I created. It is just showing me, but again, this will also not work when I try to click on any particular application. So nothing in Vikram, nothing in favorites, nothing. Everything is gone. Now I want to assign my user ID with the roles which are related to purchasing. So again, I will go to user maintenance, go to the change mode, and go to roles. So since I know which role is relevant to purchasing, I'm just assigning here, but I'll tell you how you will know which role I should assign as a purchaser. So SAP underscore BR underscore purchaser and SAP BR underscore buyer. These are the two important roles which are related to purchasing. Okay, so I'm assigning these two roles to my user ID, and from the sales point of view, I'm assigning SAP underscore BR underscore, I think it is internal sales representative. So you can click on this and enter the description. So star sales star representative star. So these are the roles related to internal sales representatives. So I think this one should work. Okay, so this role I assign to my user ID. If I go to my Fiori Launchpad now and try to refresh this, it will show me those applications which are related to purchaser and those applications which are related to sales. So now it should show me the way how to create a purchase order. You can see now procurement related things, supplier evaluation, purchasing analytics. So these are all purchasing related apps. Okay, so if you want to process the purchase order, you can see sales orders. Okay, similarly, if you come down, you will be able to see purchase orders also. You can see purchase requisition processing, purchase order processing. So if I click on purchase order processing, you can see here create purchase order or manage purchase orders. Okay, there is no T code here. You have to click on this manage purchase order and it will open this new screen of creating the purchase orders. You can see comparatively it is very easy to create a new purchase order. Okay, so if I want to create a new purchase order, I will click on this create button. Okay, you can see the screen is comparatively simpler than what screen we were getting in the traditional GUI. Okay, although here also there are many fields, but again, if you compare, it is not even 20% of the fields which are available in old GUI. Right, we will talk about this in detail. In the purchasing session, we will talk about purchase order. In the sales session, we will talk about the sales orders and all. But what I want to give you at this moment is this is how SAP Fiori looks like, and this is how it is different than the traditional GUI. So what you understood till now? You understood that in SAP S4HANA, there are two ways to perform the transaction. If you want to create a purchase order, for example, you can create a purchase order using old GUI. You can use the same transaction that you were using from years, that is ME21N. So this option is open. If you want to use it, you can use it. The other way to create a purchase order is using Fiori. Okay, in Fiori, there is no transaction code, but you will be able to see the application. Application is simple to use, but in Fiori, you will be only able to see this particular application if the right roles are provided to you from the Fiori point of view. Right? If the role itself is not available, then you will not be able to see this application at all. So just remember, Fiori is a role-based. It is always called as Fiori is a role-based application. So there are three characteristics of Fiori. Number one, simple to use. Number two, it is role-based. Okay, there are some others also which we will keep on introducing whenever we will see the practical scenarios. Okay, as of now, just remember Fiori is simple and it is completely role-based.
Vikram?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I assign roles in Fiori directly? Means I don't have to go to GUI.
Yes, for Fiori, as I told you, some of the applications are provided from Fiori also. So even if you want to change the user, you can do it Fiori itself. But for that, you need to assign the role related to the security person because they are responsible to assign the role.
Okay, so as a functional consultant, we don't have that access.
As a functional consultant, even we don't have the access to SU01 also. In traditional